Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 4's Black Ice mod, and I am really enjoying it here. I do want to thank Tim, Strongarm, Niagro, Timothy, Sir Toyjet, Gary, Garrett, Marcus, Folk, and the Great Hoffmanator for support over on Patreon. But everybody else, I'll ask, say hi in the chat, or and can you give this video a thumbs up? I really do appreciate it. So thank you for watching. So let's continue this. We are heading towards war. We're doing preparations, like getting some submarines out to start operating. I know it's a little early, but they're out operating now. And they're totally controlling the zones because there is no opposition yet, because we're not at war. Okay, improved military logistics. Very good. We've got our trade with Siam. Okay, we're going to do another thing here. Is I don't want it going around the Cape Colony, because you had been going through the Black Sea, but we cut that off there. We're going to cut this off here, so that way it will force it out and along this part of the South Atlantic and through here. Let's come over here. And again, to those people, I love you who dislike this but like Hearts of Iron 3, and I really love Hearts of Iron 3, but I couldn't do this in Hearts of Iron 3. So now, I don't know what path it would have picked, but it's going to pick a path here to stay out, and hopefully stay out of, being near Australia, which we may be at war, and maybe they'd have ships there. I don't know. But try to come into here. And so long as the U.S. Isn't at war with me here, we might have reasonably secure trade with Thailand. Camel Toe Harris, even worse. Well, she seems as dumb as a rock, and I don't know whether, I don't know. She seems, when you hear her speak, but at least she seems to, well, recently, I mean, as in the last, I believe, 7 days, but recently, pretty sure it's the last 7 days, President Biden made a very important statement, and it is really important. And you have to understand the level of competency that our current president has. I mean, he's smart, sharp, and with it on the ball. He is so mentally there. He has been assured by his intelligence people that President Putin is losing the war in Iraq. Now, I didn't know Russia was fighting a war in Iraq. Oh, it's just one of those Biden slips of the tongue. No. No. It's just old people and mental decline, and the war had always been the war in Iraq that he criticized Bush for. He was always criticizing Bush for war in Iraq. And Bush is losing the war in Iraq, and we should get out of Iraq just because anything to criticize Bush on. He is just so, it's like an old broken record. No. Putin's war in Iraq. That's how mentally sharp he is. When he demands us to nuke some country, I hope he gets it right. Okay. Yes, I did hear about that. So, again, saying, I don't understand why people off in foreign lands, some other land way off somewhere else, cares about what they believe or their books are. You know, if you were to walk into somebody's church or temple and start doing damage to it, well, that's coming in and doing property damage in your temple. But if somebody owns a book, because they didn't steal the book, they went and bought the book in this bookstore, and then doing something stupid with it, whether I agree with doing whatever to the book or not, that doesn't matter. But I have to look at those people as primitive. I'm sorry, and I know this may include a lot of people in India, that if someone was burning sacred texts, the Mahabharata or whatever from India, I'm sure I'm getting some of that wrong, I'm sorry if I do, but burning some sacred texts, that they went out and bought in a bookstore and went and did it in some other country. Why? I mean, I'm not saying they should like it. I'm just saying, why are they getting worked up about it? That some person, because it was just literally some individual, I don't know, that wanted to do this. And yes, the government gave permission, because I don't know why the government needed to give permission. That seems silly to me too. I don't, I have to look at people like that care what people on the other side of the planet, if you will, do to their own property. I just have to see those people as primitive. I just have to see them as primitive people. If you can't take mockery, and again, somebody came, and I'm not Catholic, but if somebody came in and did something really stupid in the Vatican, whether damaging the physical property or doing something obscene or whatever, yeah, I can understand why people would be upset, because they've walked into your place. The Vatican City is controlled by the Catholics. It's its own little nation state, so it's a Catholic thing. So anybody coming in and doing, again, it just may be carrying a sign that they don't like. Kick those people, because you're coming into their space. So I get that, because it's coming in to where you want to do your thing, whatever your thing is, whatever you're religious, or it's like going to a heavy metal concert and somebody starts playing disco music. You didn't come there for disco music, you came there for heavy metal music. So it does, so I understand when people come and get in your face, if you will, and be upset by that. Okay, that coming in and burning a church in France, because there's been a lot of church burnings, and they're not, and statistics don't hold out that they're all accidents. The statistics show that they need to be, somebody's causing them, whether they are the French or European left-wing anti-Catholic movement, or whether they are the Muslim movement, I don't know, but there's been lots of church burnings in France. So yeah, coming in and burning a church, or coming in and burning a mosque or a Hindu temple, yeah, that is bad, because you're going into somebody else's place. And then I understand why Christians or Muslims all over the world would be upset by that, because you're coming into their place. But the mere fact that you're up in freaking Sweden, yeah, I know there's a bunch of Muslims living in Sweden, but why people in Egypt or Turkey or wherever are upset by what some Swedes do? To me, that just is primitive people's thought, and I just see people as being primitive when they all get concerned about that. Sending your convoys around the Horn won't help you. The British had the most South American in their unsubstantial capacity. But I don't. Yes, I understand IKB, but this is a game, and I don't think. Oh yeah, they only attacked the Swedish embassy in Iraq. You're absolutely right. And I see, again, that's why and I remember hearing about that. But why people get upset enough to go do that? That this is, I'm not saying they should be happy about that the thing has happened, but that they're going to attack an embassy somewhere in the world, just to me, because and it's not even the government that's doing it, it's just some individuals. Because individuals in Sweden have the right to do things. It isn't like in some countries where the government, if it's happening, the government's allowing it. No, because and so the government's approving it. No, it's not. And so yeah, these primitive peoples, and I know I'm talking about the majority of the planet, because this, when including Japan, China, and India, and well, down here, this is well over half the population of the planet. Okay, right? Just so everybody knows, half the population of the planet, or well more than that. And I actually think it's something like something sort of like this is almost half the population of the planet. But this here is half the population of humanity, or more than. And considering the size of the world, now obviously this is fucking desert, and there's very few people that can live out here without super modern. Yeah, I know there's desert nomads, but outside of a few desert nomads, and yes, they're primitive people, you really can't live out there. So not every, and of course, Russia really isn't that big, but it's effing freezing up here much of the year and whatnot. So some areas just aren't as conducive to live on. Oh, and this area is filled with water. It's very hard for too much of humanity to live on, obviously. So and this is the Amazon jungle again, which is very hard to live in. So yeah, some of it is bad geography, but I do know that where people live. But yeah, I'm talking about a lot of the population that I find as primitive. You can hate me for my views, and again, it's just because of America and the West. No, it's not because of their race, their skin color, no. It's just the way the education and the culture in which they live in, I find primitive. Maybe I'm wrong, but I find primitive. Okay, well, we're going to create. Well, okay, hold on. Let's take a look. I was about ready to do it. One of the things that, okay, we're down to only negative 36 trucks. So part of the cost is political power, which I think we should be getting more of. And I haven't refit the 5th Panzer Division because I don't know, on trucks and whatnot, we had been quite low on that. Okay, and I like the way, I could deal with this format. I like the way this works. And the reason I like the way this works, and again, yeah, okay, down here, and you can hover over it, you give some of the basics here. And then because to me, the story is important, and I know you guys know this because I talk so much about this, being able to have, because to me, part of the story is this, the photo, the image, because it has this is a colorized thing. I hate colorized stuff when you're talking about history, because this is a lie. These colors aren't correct. Then you may go, well, what does it matter if his sweater is green or yellow or whatever? No, okay, that doesn't matter. But other things do matter, and I don't like lying. So if you can find original color photos, great. Or if you can find modern photographs of old things, great. And then fine when you're adding an accent like this that is obviously a modern, whether it's computer generated or other modern graphic things. So that is, color is not the problem, but it's a sort of the lie. And when I do thumbnails, that's like a book cover to get you to click on it. But when I made events and images, the image told parts of the story, and I did not want to lie in the story. And so you can read this. I'm not going to read all this here. Part of Panzer Group Kleist, it tells a bit of the history. And so I like, because you could just do this thing here and have it does it, but no, it adds this, and then we do that, and then that gets us. Is this okay? Did we lose? I guess we've lost the watch Truppen, which I thought the watch Truppen also existed, but as a sub element there. I don't know. Template. Okay, so there we go. Has almost no equipment yet. Okay, Ribbentrop Molotov packed. We're getting okay. We're gonna wait a little bit because I think there'll be. Let's give you to Guderian and send you down there. Oh, on the train. New day, does that mean we got foreign volunteer? Okay, well I thought there was going to be another event here that happened after, or decision, or thingy. Okay, Ribbentrop Molotov Pact. Okay, okay, solution for Danzig, 8 days. Okay, we're March. Okay, we're probably not going to go till April because, well, we still have a fair amount of frozen ground here. We don't need to give them, so we don't need that just yet. Mobilization of the Reich has limited mobilization active. Okay, where are we on? No, it's not looking for, we are at partial mobilization. Well, that's the economy. Here we are. Okay, we are doing this. So 4 more days, and then we could do that. So I want that here. Okay, so this focus, it changes in the world such may affect this focus currently has no. Well, then why are you giving me a focus currently? That seems silly. Okay, I don't know. German-Soviet commercial agreement. Again, 35 days for some of this stuff as a national focus. It's not like we're building a freaking west wall. You know, doing a lot of effort for a lot of people. It's just a few negotiators. So, establish the Gestapo, 21 days. Okay, because we're going to need to do this, and then for 8 days. Cannot be canceled manually. Yes. $24 days. So much stuff. Days, 56 days, synthetic rubber. 15 days, maybe we should do that. 28 days, artillery slots, 28 days. Now I'm going to do this. No, this is going to take too much. We're going to slow us up too much. Yeah, 14 days. We will do this. We will give it the 14 days. Wow, that motorization of here is really took a big hit on our, because we need 420 trucks for a regiment. Seems like a lot. I don't know. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it seems like a lot. If you can put 10 people on a truck, I mean, you should be able to put 20 people on a truck, but 4,000 people? Okay. I forget what. Okay, we had 1940. Was it gun technology or something that came about? You know, we need radios and trucks, but I don't think that affects us. I think it was one of these. I forget. Okay, so we could do that 115 days. 8 days. Yeah, let's do 28 days. How is our supply doing? Oh, France bans communism. Oh, I thought France was communist. No. I mean, smart move, banning communism. Communism is evil, but okay, construction. Now, okay, this is an all-purpose technology. So what I think we need to do here is truck radios, 90 days. Let's do that. An engineering company. Here we go. Okay. Hmm. 38. Rockets. You go with these, which are obviously already around at this point, but oh no, those are flak. Okay. Heavy anti-air direct support. How much of those we even use currently? 100 days. Static anti-air defense factor plus 20%. That's pretty good. That unlocks a lot of stuff there. Let's do that. We're still going down in stability, and okay, the F model. Well, nice, and I think we did that mostly because we're limited to what we can do. I think we're going to keep the Emil in, just continue to spam it out as much and as quickly as possible. Do we want to do that, or transports, boats. No carrier fighters. Oh, let's do an improved. 110. Yes, we could do that. I know those are obsolete, but we're just producing as much as we can of them. Yeah, I could organize this better. We're going to continue. Right. That's good. Okay, flak defense is good. So now, just checking here. So now we should have, let's come here. We should have flak defenses over lots of areas. We don't have them down here yet. How interesting. Okay, but over a good chunk of northern Germany, we've got lots of flak. That is good. And we've got enough resources. Some might say too much, but all right. Okay, well, March 13th. That happened fast. Maybe I should have a stop of 14 days. That would. Yeah, let's do that. And let's look here. Do we have now? Nothing more that we need to activate. Army experience. Okay, down by 10%. What? Stug 3. Oh, well, yes. Let's do the Stugs. Let's get the Stugs. I'd like to start building them, but we'll wait till. Let's look over here. Okay, we could do that. We expand. We don't have the damn trucks. Okay. How bad are we on the trucks right now? Okay. Well. All right. Because we currently do sort of have. Yeah, I know we have Stugs. Okay. All right. How many field uniforms do we have? 27,000. Well, let's reduce this by 2. Let's reduce this by 1. Okay, so that was 3 if my math holds up, or if I went up there. So there we go. More into trucks. Let's look at heavy artillery. And I am not saying I'm saying far from I don't even know if we're hardly using heavy artillery. So let's reduce heavy artillery down to a production of 1. I mean, of 2, but reduce it down by 1. I'm watching that number there. Okay. How much do we have in Czech tanks, which are cavalry tanks? Here, I think, or other medium or light tanks. No, okay. Okay, these are the 35. Okay, so we've got a fair number. I think some of these came from Czechoslovakia and some came in our own production. All right. Okay, so what I think we're going to do here is reduce this by 1. We'll keep cranking out one of those. And how are we doing with handheld anti-tank? Do we have enough of those? And I know I'm going to check over there once I see here. Okay, we have 4,000 of those. And do we need to? Okay, infantry battalions. No, we still need more of those. Man. Well, I guess that'll be all that we take away from other things to give us more trucks. part of what I'm trying to do is, while we have the rubber, use it to make more trucks, because we can switch back to making more rifles or machine guns or what. And I am not sure that I'm doing a good balance there. Okay, and for national focuses, okay, we're doing the Waffen SS expansion. When we get that done in a few days, we're going to do the Danzig solution, which I think is like 8 days or something. So the war should be starting soon. We are still using, or still having more oil than, or fuel than we're using oil. Yes, I'm sure IKB is right about Britain and patrolling down here, but I think it will take it away from, compared to sending the transports through the English Channel, it is much less likely to get intercepted. Okay. Okay, so this is reducing our base stability. I think way too much of this reduces max storage output, resource gain, efficiency. We will do this because we'll need as much resources as we can get. Okay, well, one person liked us out on Rumble. That's very good. Hello, looks like 6 people watching out there. Okay, well, we just got done with building one of our ships, I believe. So, okay, so we have that. Let's throw in another. Let's do convoys. I don't think we're making any convoys and okay, we only had one, it looks like. Immediately available. Just tag it over to that. We'll get some more when we capture some ports. Submarines, 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 and that is also going to be done in just a day. So let's, because we will lose some ships. Let's do that. There we go. Yeah, see, now we filled up. No, I'm not. I'm, I know you guys, and it's not often I do just stop and talk, but I still consider this playing at lightning speed. Because I would, if I was playing this on my own, just for my own pure enjoyment, I would be uh, playing very slowly. Okay, so this uh, this is going to be a strike force here, so that and I learned this stuff a lot better. Oh, wait a minute. No, I meant to be okay. That these guys here, escorts. These guys are going to be patrol. They're going to patrol. Let's just select these guys. These guys are also going to be a patrol here. That way they will be set up to patrol for whatever ships the poles may have. And then we'll bring out the battleships to blast them. All right. Okay. Well, we're getting that civilian factory, which will be useful, done. We just got one rubber factory done, which will be useful. Okay. Yeah, I want to look here. Synthetic oil refinery, synthetic refinery, synthetic refinery, synthetic refinery, rubber. Okay, this would get us 2 rubber refineries. Expand Austrian oil. Need to get excavation 3, which I think we just started doing. It would be that. Expand for Bohemia. Well, guys, I think we need to, one for better or for worse, we need to add another rubber refinery to our mix here. However much we might be able to continue to trade with that. Okay. Himmler, okay. We get, oh, wow, okay. Not all of those guys were really generals, but okay, so we now have a bunch more of SS generals. And okay, I think back to military factories, building another military factory. Okay, Singh, very good having you with us here. Having you here. Please come back next week or tomorrow. We're going to be doing War Thunder, of course. Great having you. I really do appreciate you showing up so much, Singh. So have a very good evening. 28 days, 28 days. No, we're almost the end of March because it's April is sort of my target date in my mind. We could do this, but again, this has, effect, limited mobile. Okay, well, we already have replace limited mobile. Oh, okay, well. With general mobilization, one thing I'm looking for political power gain -3%, but I'm looking for stability. Age generation support. Yeah, division attack and division defense. Yeah, okay, so that's okay. It said this does nothing, but now we have the mobilization replaced here, and we could do general mobilization, 30 days, 22 political power, one of the world tension. Ah, we're gonna do this now. We're gonna do this now. Why didn't it say that before? I know I wasn't. I don't know. How is my training of divisions going? I'm gonna put these out early. I know they're not fully done, but I want to get started training on more divisions. All of these guys. Okay. He's Welch is up there. He's gonna push from there. He's running Oberstfeller, Overfielder. Oberstfeller's flashback. Wiesbaden's here. Modal's down here. Modal's pretty big. Yeah, okay, we're gonna give the I may not strictly be needing all of these, but let's get them. I didn't mention seeing that. Let's take a look at the war in China. Pretty good for Japan, not so good for... They're pushing pretty deep in. Now, where is Chengdu? There's the capital, so they're way back there. Yeah, I know I would have pushed down here, which may have also pushed getting the coast. Japan really wanted to control the coast because they knew that, and I don't know how much was coming through this French uh, concession here. Really don't know much about it. Maybe I should look it up sometime. But whether through Macau or through Hong Kong, you could easily have arms shipments show up in Hong Kong and then, quickly, be shipped here or just by train in there. So China was getting a lot of support there, and Japan wants to shut that down. So they really move into the coast, and then they complain about shipments coming through French Indochina into China as well. But so they really push there, and that does have a major effect. So that's what we're not seeing the AI do, but I don't know how much of effect that would have here. Okay, refining oils level 3. I think this is the one we just got here. Okay, so right, we could fuel storage capacity plus 5%. Well, not that we can't use more capacity, we can, but what is this? Okay, fuel. We are doing it. That's what we needed to do. Civilian works. Okay, now this would help us in weekly stability. So let's 128 days. Fuel civilian consumption up by 1%, but let's do that. Arms deal. We'll sell small APCR. Okay, we have, this is, okay, we're going to send this unit, which, let's take a quick look how well equipped it is. Okay, trucks, heavy trucks, transport trucks. Okay, that's very good. We're going to send that over here as well. Get down there as quickly as possible. What? Oh, it's down here. Oh, well, okay. Whatever. That was a bit of a mistake. Right. I want to see, because we got a batch new more of some very bad SS. I mean, there's not a good SS, but some really disgusting SS guys came in here. Looking for Ike. Was he one of them? I don't think so, but I'm just looking it up. I don't know why you put in. I refuse to use Oscar there. He is more evil than the standard evil. Okay. Okay, we're going to do the heat ammunition. And because there were two of them that just appeared. And this one here as well. Yeah, I just will grab that, I guess. We're getting close. We're mobilizing the Reich. Okay, we mobilized the Reich. Now we're going to do Well, let's save this just before we do this. I want to save this. Just because I noticed that it says it can't be manually undone, and or let's just, if there's something going on that once the war starts, go, oh, I needed to do this before the war started, I can go back to this save. This will just take 8 days. And let's look here. Not refitting the 5th Panzer Division, and of course we can't do that. Yes. Okay, Polish question. War grows near. Now, I must say, I criticize Black Ice. I will criticize all mods, all games. I am not such a fanboy that I'm just going to agree with whatever everything does if I don't agree. If I don't agree, I don't agree. Oh, you're the Garrison Army. Okay. So that is very true. But notice, it's April 1940. We've not seen, even though we've just now done, uh, very recently, the Ribbentrop-Molotov Pact, the Soviet Union has not been grabbing up these territories. So this, compared to World Ablaze, which I'm not going back to until they make serious changes that I don't think they'll ever make. So I'm probably not going back to them. Which were the Soviet Union was even before doing Ribbentrop-Molotov. They were going in here as if it had happened and taking their parts of Poland or taking the Baltic states or whatever. So this is programmed well, Black Ice people. You're doing very well. You're doing much better than some other major mods. So good for you. Very good for you. As they say, credit where credit is due. We'll see if this gets worse or better once we go to war. Okay, okay. Danziger War offer Slovakia for Danzig. We're going to do Danziger War. Poland refuses, and it's war. Are we technically? Okay. Well, before technically happens, let's get some of these guys. You're going to go up over East Prussia and do air superiority. You're going to come over Warsaw region and do tactical attacks. You guys as well are going to come over Warsaw and do tactical. And I just like doing each one of these individually. You're going to come over the Warsaw area and do air superiority as well. Oh boy, we need a, okay, we have 100 there. We're sort of full up there. We can put, here, okay. I want to click out of that, make sure I'm not transferring any formations down there. 17, 6, okay, 60, let's do that. These guys will come over here and go for air superiority over here once we get there. And let's set up another. Let's see what we can do here for types. Okay, I hope it will fill in with earlier models. let's put you also over Warsaw. Oh, no, you're over here. No, you're over here. No, you, I wish they just grabbed the one. Okay, there we go. Now, you guys, here. Um, you guys go up to there. I know it's something of a maybe barely, but and you come over to here. Now from here, send you up to. Well, let's start you out here because we're going to have. Oh, let's go back to here and air superiority. You're going to come over here and tactical, 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 hopefully well enough protected by fighters. I know that may be a hopeful thing. We will hope for that because we'll have these guys also here over Western Poland. Now, you're going to come up here and you're going to not port strike, naval strike, and you're going to also come up here and naval strike. You're going to, I don't know that we need air support there. So over the ocean, so you're going to come here and control that. You guys are all tactical bombers, good. So you're all going to come over here. You can see we're going to be heavily bombing, tactically bombing here. So hopefully that's overwhelming. Now back here, you're going to protect the Berlin area. And you're going to focus on bombers. Now down here, because we will likely get, okay, we don't need you down here. Let's send you up to here. And then over here. And tactical bomb, right? Okay. You are going to stay down here. You're going to come up. We're just going to play a defensive operation here. Going to priority bombers. You're going to priority fighters. Well, I think we probably need you here at there. Now here, you will come up over here and go after them. And you're going to come up over here and do that. Okay, so now we have a fair amount of coverage. They got to fly through here. Oh, down over here. Let's put you up here to air superiority over Austria. I know there are still areas that are unprotected. Okay. Well, let's be somewhat timid here for the moment. Now, okay, one thing I want to check here. These guys, oh, I need to move these guys to bombers. Yeah, bombers. And, well, let's create another group of fighters here to go after fighters when they can. How are we doing for where are heavy fighters? Okay, 83. Okay, what I want to guess I'm going to do here is where are there air bases? Here. Okay. We're going to create, not because you're maybe the best for this. Let's do this. And air superiority here. For when we later project out further, you'll have greater range out into the North Sea coverage, or going after Denmark. So let's get that going. Poland refuses to cede. Okay, okay, we are now at war. Right, that's what we are going to happen. And I'm going to take this point to stop the episode. Live stream will continue. I want to thank you all and come back next time for the start of World War II in Europe. Thank you, everyone. See you next time for more, yes, more hearts.